Four other children. But after being in an abusive relationship and being told by multiple people that my kids are better off without me, better off ever seeing me again, makes it 10 times harder to try to be a mother again, after getting out of that abusive relationship and still knowing that my family will not let me see my older two children at all because I'm not part of their religion. So, yeah. I do appreciate your comment. I'm not being ungrateful, but I'm just saying this isn't my first child, so it can get easier, but it can also be worse. So, I just kind of wanted to respond because I didn't have enough space to comment on it. I actually do have 4 other children. But after being in an abusive relationship and being told by multiple people that my kids are better off without me, better off ever seeing me again, makes it 10 times harder to try to be a mother again, after getting out of that abusive relationship and still knowing that my family will not let me see my older two children at all because I'm not part of their religion. So, yeah. I do appreciate your comment. I'm not being ungrateful, but I'm just saying this isn't my first child, so it can get easier, but it can also be worse.
Yeah, this is going to be short. Came to me via email, and it's a TikTok video. And it's sent to me saying that this black woman had 5 children by a white man in an abusive relationship. So she says, and she had to give away 4 of them. 4 of them had to be adopted. Now, she just had a baby by the white man. And so, since the baby wasn't in it and basically the father isn't identified, and she doesn't actually state the race of the father. I went to look at her video, and sure enough, there is what looks to be a mixed baby on her TikTok page. I'm not going to post it here, so you're going to have to take my word for it or even doubt it. But seeing how she talks, the way the baby looks, and she's saying she was been in a long-term abusive relationship with the father in Kentucky, of all places, I'm just going to go with it. I'm going to go with it that this could be true. If it's not, then I'll retract that. So I'm stating right here, even though the title is Swirling Baby Mama number 2, I'm saying that it's not 100% verified, but it just shows that this is a black woman that had 5 children by a white man. And to my knowledge, I don't think she married the white man. I don't think she's married to the white man. So she's a baby mama of 5 mixed children from a white guy, and that will be considered black. So if you don't believe that this kind of stuff goes on and black women don't swirl, I have another thing coming. In fact, black women probably swirl more than black men. The thing is that black men get married more often interracially than black women. So can black women get white men? Probably, evidently so. Like the chart I showed on the last video, they actually have more children. They produce more children by white men than black men produce from white couples, from white women, in my opinion. But this is just further proof that the claim that black women are really race loyal, not really, and that black men are less race loyal than black women, not really. This is not new. This has been going on for eons. It's been going on even before we were actually imported into the United States as slaves. That black women were actually marrying the incoming slave traders. They were. In fact, the Daughters of the Trade actually identifies that if you want to be in on the slave trade, you actually want to do business, you got to marry into a family. And back then, especially back then, you don't marry another guy. Especially black women marrying white men and then being included in the family. So black women have been having babies, mulatto babies, for white men for about 600 years. It's not new. So when they talk about interracial dating and interracial mixed babies, they always point at black men having sex with white women, which was highly prohibitive up until 1968. Highly prohibited until 1968. But black men can constantly get accused of doing this. And so now with social media, the proof is coming out that that's not the case. That is not the case. Black women are just as open to interracial dating and dating out, as they say, as they always have been. They always try to make it like it's something new, and it's not. You can go back in history with even on the slave plantation, white men and white slave owners having black mistresses. You could never find it in reverse because the white woman would be killed and the black man would be killed. It was that harsh. Black women have never been under threat of death to be having sex or going with a white man. In fact, I think the white man paid more of a penalty for dealing with a black woman than the con. Black women have never paid a penalty for dealing with a white man. It's only black men that would have to deal with another group of people, another group of women under threat of death. And to some extent, it's still that way because you never know when a race soldier is going to show up and either put a bullet in you or a group of them will actually hang you from the neighborhood tree. All those occasions where you see so-called suicides by black men in a tree, it was always attached to that black man dating a white woman or a white girl. 9 times out of 10. You see something like that, it's always a black man dating a white woman or a white girl. But anyway, that's all I wanted to show you real quick, that this is continuing. Basically, once you open the floodgates, the stuff starts coming in. And I think I have some of the best subscribers on the planet. And you guys do research almost as good as I do. So kudos to the brothers out there, man, that are constantly sending me information. Sometimes the stuff that you guys send me, I can't use. And certainly I can't use all of it. But I appreciate it coming in. Even some of the brothers that I don't particularly care for, they're constantly sending me stuff. So I can't really be mad. Well, with that, I'm going to jump off here. This is BGS out, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.